I used to think that love was a soft, steady glow, but you were a fire that I couldn't control. I traded our peace just to keep you from cold, while the weight of your secrets took a permanent hold. I looked in the mirror this morning in 2026 and saw all the parts of me I can no longer fix, because loving you hurt like a thorn in the chest, a beautiful storm that wouldn't let me rest. It wasn't the ending, it tore me apart. It was the slow, steady bruising you left on my heart. I gave you my best, but you needed my soul, and loving you hurt till I couldn't be whole. I was the anchor, but you were the sea, pulling the life right out of me. Now I'm standing on shore, finally learning to breathe in the hollowed out space that you had to leave. You love me, you hide a thorn in the chest, a beautiful storm that wouldn't let me rest. I gave you my best, but you needed my soul, and loving you hurt till I couldn't be whole. It's quiet now. The pain is finally still. But God, it hurt. I'm sitting at the table where we used to talk for hours, but tonight the only sound is the wilting of the flowers, and the house is far too still. I try to find a reason, but I don't think I will. I'm screaming in the kitchen, but my lips don't make a sound. I'm watching all my castles crumble to the ground. We didn't shout, we didn't scream, we didn't even try. We just let the fire shiver till it whispered its goodbye. And I'm broken in silence where the echoes don't go, holding on to secrets that you'll never even know. It's the crash of a mountain that nobody hears, a lifetime of salt and a handful of tears. I'm shattered in pieces on the hardwood floor, waiting for a shadow that don't walk through the door. Yeah, I'm broken inside. How do you land what you can't even name? How do you heal when there's no one to blame? The quiet is a weapon, it's sharp and it's cold, and it's the only story I've got left to be told. I'm broken in silence where the echoes don't go, holding on to secrets that you'll never even know. Pieces on the heart like I'm holding the seams with my bare, tired hands, trying to build back the house on the shifting sands. I smile for the camera, I dress for the day, while I watch every piece of me drift far away. The buttons are popping, the threads are all thin. I'm losing the battle with the gravity within. I used to be solid, I used to be stone, but I'm turning to water out here on my own, and I'm falling apart like a slow motion crash, like a letter that's burning and turning to ash. It's not a big explosion, it's not a loud sound, it's just the quiet way my world hits the ground. I reach for a memory to keep me upright, but I'm just a shadow dissolving a light. I'm falling apart. Is there a person beneath all this grief, or am I just a branch that has lost every leaf? I'm looking for glue, I'm looking for grace, but I don't recognize the lines on my face. Yeah, I'm falling apart like a slow motion crash, like a letter that's burning and turning to ash. I reach for a memory to keep me upright, but I'm just falling apart, piece by piece, into the dark. I'm falling It wasn't a crash and it wasn't a blow, it was just the sound of the grass as it started to grow over the path where we used to walk hand in hand, until we were strangers in a house made of sand. The paint didn't peel all at once from the wall, it was a chip every winter, a crack every fall. I watched the light leave your eyes degree by degree, until you were looking right through the ghost of me. And oh, it hurts more to be broken slowly, to lose the person who once knew me solely. It's the quiet erosion, the tide coming in, taking the shore where our lives used to begin. motion, rhythm, this effortless crime. A little less laughter, a little more space, till I can find the home in the face. I'm breaking, but I'm breaking slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. I stood on the ledge and I called it a view. I mistook the falling for flying with you. I ignored the warnings, the salt in the air, thinking that always was something we'd share. But you were a current and I was a stone, and now I am sinking out here on my own. We built up a kingdom on shifting white sand, and watched as the ocean reclaimed all the land. Because love was never safe, it was never a home. It was just a high wire we walked all alone. It's a beautiful weapon, a sharp silver blade. It's the price for the promises we shouldn't have made. I went in wide open, I didn't have a shield. Now I'm the casualty left on the field. Yeah, love was never safe, it was just a place to break. Sell it and stories like a soft golden light, but it's a violent storm in the middle of the night. It doesn't protect you, it doesn't keep you warm. It just gives the lightning a place to perform. In a love that wasn't safe, I'm thinking of the pieces, learning how to hide. Love was never safe. Left a light on in the hallway for a year or two. Just a habit of the heart, still reaching out for you. And the bulb finally flickered out, and in the season of hope and the winter of doubt, I watch the seasons change the porch where we sat, telling myself you'll be back for your coat or your hat, that the road stays empty and the gravel stays still, where the shadows grow long on the brow of the hill. It's a love that never came back, a ship lost at sea, a ghost in a doorway where a person should be. I sent out the signals, I kept the fire bright, but you were already gone in the middle of the night. There's no final answer, no closure to find, just a world that never came back and left me behind. Did you find a new harbor? Did you find a new sun? Or are you still running from the things that we've done? I'm standing at the station, but the tracks are all cold, with a story in my pocket that'll never be told. It's a love that never came back, a ship lost at sea, a ghost in the doorway where a person should be. There's no final answer, no closure to find, just a love that never came back. Finally turned the key and love, love that never came back. I found your old keychain in the 2026 dust, a little bit of silver and a little bit of rust. It's January now and the windows are blurred with the ghosts of the conversations we never heard. I see you in this tea with my coffee at dawn, then I blink for a second and the image is gone. I'm walking through a city that's changed its design, but I'm still retracing the old heart-shaped line, and I'm living in the memory of you every day, and the echoes of the things that you used to say. It's a beautiful haunting, a sweet kind of pain, like the scent of the earth after January rain. I'm holding on to shadows, I'm chasing the light of a star that went out in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm just a museum for the memory of you. They say that forgetting is a part of the cure, but I want to keep every feeling this pure. I'd rather be lonely with the ghost of your touch and to live in a world that doesn't matter as much. Yeah, I'm living in the memory of you every day, in the echoes of the things that you used to say. picture through the memory of you. The suitcase is standing by the January light, the end of the story we both tried to write. And the air feels so thin as I'm folding the memories of where we have been. I'm not leaving in anger, I'm not leaving in spite, I'm just choosing the mercy of ending the fight. I miss the way that you whispered my name, but we're just two shadows in a dying flame. So goodbye, my love, let the heavy gates close. I'm leaving the garden to the winter and snows. Thank you for the laughter and the years that were sweet, but the road we were walking has run out of street. It's a beautiful heartbreak, a soft kind of blue, the part of my life that I'm leaving with you. Goodbye, my love. Look through the window, don't watch me walk away. There's nothing left for either of us to say. You're giving our all, and we've reached the far shore. I can't be the person you need anymore. Yeah, bye, my love, let the heavy gates close. I'm leaving the garden to the winter and snows. It's a beautiful heartbreak, a soft kind of blue. You're part of my life that I'm leaving with you. Sleep well tonight, I'm already gone. Goodbye, my I'm not gonna scream, and I'm not gonna fight. I'm just folding the edges of us into the night. It's January 2026, and the air is so still, like the world's holding its breath against its own will. I see the suitcase waiting by the door, shadows stretching long across the hardwood floor. There's no anger left, just a quiet kind of grace, as I memorize the lines of your beautiful face. And It's a soft goodbye, like a leaf on a stream, the final slow waking from a long, lovely dream. No slam doors, just shouting, no bitter regrets, just the sun going down as the memory sets. It's the pull of the tide, it's the turn of the key, it's the sound of you finally letting go of me. It's a soft goodbye. Maybe we just ran out of things we did say. Maybe the forever just drifted away. But I'll carry the warmth of your hand in my palm. In the middle of the storm, this is our calm. It's a soft goodbye, like a leaf on the stream, the final slow waking from a long, lovely dream. It's the pull of the tide, it's the turn of the key, and this soft goodbye. Come on, I'll be okay. Soft goodbye. I left a message on your old machine, just to see if the light still flickers green. It's 2026 and the world's moved along, but I'm still stuck in the bridge of our song. I don't need a rescue, I don't need a lie, I just need to know before the well runs dry, if there's a small piece of me that you're keeping inside. If you still care, even just a little bit, don't tell me the fire is completely unlit. If you look at the stars, then you still see my name. Or if hearing my voice is a different kind of pain, I'm not asking for us, and I'm not asking for them. I'm just wondering the if and the might have been. If you still care, let me know. Silence is a mountain that I can't seem to climb, and forgetting is a debt I can't pay back to time. Is my memory a burden, or a place where you go when the winter starts to show? If you still care, even just a little bit, don't tell me the fire is completely unlit. I'm not asking for us, and I'm not asking for them. I'm just wondering the if and the might have been. You don't care. Just tell me if you still care. The 2026 winter is settling in, and I'm wearing this sweater to cover my skin. But it can't stop the shiver that starts in my bones, the kind that you feel when you're truly alone. I see your reflection in the glass of the door, but it's just a trick of the light on the floor. And it's a heartache that won't let me breathe, a gust in my chest that refuses to leave. It's the weight of the words that we left in the air. It's looking for you and you're just never there. They say it gets better, they say it gets old, but tonight this heartache is all I can hold. Is it a bruise or is it a break? How much of this pressure can one spirit take? It's a dull, steady thumb, it's a sharp, sudden sting. It's the ghost of the song that we used to sing. Yeah, it's a heartache that won't let me breathe, a gust in my chest that refuses to leave. They say it gets better, they say it gets old, but tonight this heartache is all I can hold. It's beating for two, but living for one heartache. We've run out of words, so we're using the air to fill up the gaps in the clothes that you wear. The how was your day has turned into a sigh, and we're trading our hello for a quiet goodbye. I watch your lips move, but no sound comes out, just the shadow of secrets and the ghost of a doubt. We're sitting so close that our shadows are one, but we're colder than stars when the daylight is done. And we're just lost in silence, a song with no tune, like the light of the sun on the face of the moon. It's a heavy, deep quiet that rings in the ears, just the sound of the dust settling down on the floors. Yeah, it's love in silence, and it's killing me now. Can you hear it? The space in between everything we say, everything we mean. So quiet. Love in silence. The heat is honing in the 2026 frost, but they can't find the warmth that we already lost. We're sitting at the table, just inches apart, but there's a winter of silence inside of your heart. I reach for your hand, and it feels like a stone. In a house full of memories, I'm freezing alone. The tea has gone bitter, the steam's disappeared, just like the future that we once held so. It's a cold love, a slow-moving chill, a settled in deep when the passion went still. No fire in the hearth and no light in your eyes, just a landscape of gray under January skies. It doesn't even hurt, it just leaves me numb, waiting for a spring that I know will come. Yeah, it's a cold, cold, yeah. We used to be summer, we used to be gold. Now we're just stories that turned out too old. Every I love you is a breath in the air. It vanishes quickly because you wrap your coat around you. I'm already shivering. Cold love. The 6 a.m. sun hits the floor just the same, but the dust motes are dancing without a name. I went to the kitchen to pour out 2 cups. Then I stopped mid-motion and the air just froze up. It's the habit of you that's the hardest to break. The good morning text that I no longer make. I miss you in the ways that I didn't expect. In the quietest corners of the life we wrecked. It's not just the big things, the trips or the laughs. It's the how was your day and the torn photographs. The world's moving on and it's cruel and it's blue, but every heartbeat is just me missing you. I'm reaching for someone who isn't there, tracing your silhouette out of thin air. They say I'll get used to the hollow in me, but I don't wanna be this lonely and free. I miss you in the ways that I didn't expect. In the quietest corners of the life we wrecked. The world's moving on and it's cool and it's blue, but every heartbeat is just me missing you. I miss you. God, I miss you. I still buy the groceries you like, the Lenners and the heavy cream. I catch myself checking the porch light, like I'm waking from a fever dream. There's a space on the sofa that's hollow, a shape where you used to belong. And I'm finding it harder to swallow the fact that you've already moved on, because my heart didn't get the memo. I'm still waiting by the door, counting every shadow, like I did 100 times before. You've given back my sweater, and you've cleared out all your drawers, but I'm still yours. Yeah, I'm still yours. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief. It leaves me the silence and takes the relief. But my heart didn't get the memo. It's still waiting by a shadow, like I did 1,000 times before. You're happy with a stranger. You don't feel the ghost anymore, but I'm still yours. I'm still yours, even if you aren't mine. The calendar is still pinned to the wall, but I haven't found the strength to change the month at all. The plants in the window have turned to a brittle brown. It's like the life in this house just decided to settle down. I still cook for two and then I stare at the plate, realizing that sorry is a lifetime too late. Since you left, the clocks have run out of time, and every mountain I face is too steep to climb. The colors have leaked from the edge of the sky, and I've forgotten the way that I used to not cry. The world is still moving, I see it through the glass, but I'm just a ghost watching the living pass. Everything is different since you left. I found your hair in a sweater, a seat in a coat, 100 little daggers stitched within even mode. On the map with no city, a shore with no sea, just a shadow of who I used to be. Yeah, the clocks have all run out of time, and every mountain I face is too steep to climb. The world is still moving, I see it through the glass, but I'm just a ghost watching the living pass. It's so quiet now, I can hear my heart break since you left. We were a merge that never struck, a fuse that didn't light, a gorgeous glow of neon just before the dead of night. We had the words all gathered up, the I love yous on our tongues. We were the intake of a breath that never filled our lungs. I see us in the hallways of the places we almost stayed, in the echoes of the promises we almost truly made. Close enough to feel the heat, but never touch the flame. Two strangers with a history that doesn't have a name. And oh, it's the almost that's the hardest part to break. The nearly and the could have been that keeps the heart awake. It wasn't quite a tragedy, it wasn't quite a fall. It was just the ghost of something that was almost everything at all. We were a beautiful beginning that never found an end, stuck in the bitter middle where the almost starts to bend. It was almost love, and that's the heaviest kind. It was so close, I could taste the forever, but we never crossed the line. We just hovered in the almost love. I found your name carved in the old oak tree, a permanent mark of who we used to be. But the bark has grown over, the letters are thin, like the fading of hope underneath my skin. I'm walking through crowds, but I'm looking for you, in every green jacket, in every shade of blue. I've got a pocket of memories I can't seem to spend, just a story that reached a sudden sharp end. And it's a lost love, drifting out on the tide, with nowhere to land and nowhere to hide. I'm a lighthouse searching the sea that's gone dark, waiting for the glow of a long extinct spark. It's not in the attic, it's not in the drawer, it's the part of myself that I can't find anymore. Yeah, it's a lost love, and I'm losing my way too. Did it slip through my fingers? Did it fly like a bird? Is it buried in all the things you never heard? I'm retracing my steps in the January rain, but the path back to us is just a shadow of pain. Yeah, it's a lost love, drifting out on the tide, with nowhere to land and nowhere to hide. It's the part of myself that I can't find anymore. back to the coffee shop where we first wrote our names, back before we turned our gentle spark into these flames. I looked into the mirror and I didn't know the face of the person who gave everything to end in this disgrace. We built a house on shifting sand and called it solid ground. We ignored the cracks and whistles till the whole thing tumbled down. I've got a suitcase full of sorry and a head full of regret, tracing back the moments that I wish we'd never met. And I'm standing in the wreckage, admitting to the dark that we were never meant to fly. We never had the spark. It wasn't fate or destiny, it was just a beautiful lie. A long and winding road that only taught us how to cry. Now I'm paying for the memories with a debt I can't forsake. I'm staring at the truth, God, love was a mistake. I give it all back, the laughs and the light, to have a heart that still holds in a peaceful night. The razor in my hand, but it's written in the lake. It was a mistake, just a beautiful mistake. I left the key on the wooden stand, right where you used to reach for my hand. I didn't pack much, just some clothes and the pride that I spent so many years trying to hide. The air in this kitchen is heavy and still. If I don't leave now, I know I never will. So this is my goodbye, the one I never said, the one I kept buried in the back of my head. It's not a scream and it's not a fight, it's just a candle going out in the night. I'm tracing the exit, I'm drawing the line, taking back the pieces that used to be mine. Yeah, this is my goodbye. I hope you find the version of me you wanted in a house that isn't so quiet and haunted. But I'm stepping out into the January rain to see if I can find